Thank you.
What is it about Dan's game? You guys have had good matches in the past. What is it about his game? It's tricky or just...
Yeah, he's for sure a great player. Also, again, this year he's playing. He played already a lot of matches, a lot of confidence. He won a lot of matches, and he's a tough player to play for sure. You can see against other player, he always make it difficult. I think he's mixing a lot, especially on condition like today when it's windy like that. With his slice, he feels the ball really well. He's mixing his game, serve and volley, sometimes coming, sometimes not, passing well. So, yeah, it's always difficult to play against him.
Dan, how does it feel to be back on these courts? Of course, 2 years ago you had the nice run here. What's comfortable for you here on these courts?
I like the tournament like every player. I think in general the conditions are good for my game. Hard court, quite slow. I would say you can really play your game, and I think for me this year it's for sure special because I'm happy to be back. I didn't play last year. I'm happy to feel that well. I think in general I'm practicing and moving and playing and everything doing really well. So happy to get through a match like today to have another chance in 2 days. But I think this in Rotterdam it helped me a lot to put away a little bit of pressure of knowing that you play well but not winning too many matches. So for me it was great to make the final there, to win those matches against the top player. And now again I keep improving. I think I keep playing well, but every tournament is a new tournament. You need to start from the beginning. Today was a tough match against a tough player in a tough condition, and again it was important to win that one, not play necessarily your best tennis because of the first one, because of the condition, but to fight really well mentally to stay there.
Russell, please.
Stan, what did you make of the board decision not to extend Chris Como's contract?
Yeah, I think I'm really sad and disappointed about that. That's for sure. If you look what Chris achieved for the tennis, for every player, for every fans, also for everybody around the tennis, it's been amazing. So it was a really sad news yesterday morning.
And do you think the votes of the players' representatives reflect the feeling of the players on the tour?
It's tough to say. I think you should ask every single player what they think about it, and then really take note who wanted him out and who didn't want it. For sure, we talk with few players. For sure, I know few players that don't like this decision, but I don't know about every player, so I cannot really talk for every player.
Stan, can you see any explanation who the players were against?
No, that's I will say a bit the funny part, because I also read what player representatives say right now. It's not like they have another option yet, or at least I don't know. So it's quite, I will say, surprising and strange, and I would like to know exactly what they think about after, because that's the most important thing when you change someone from that spot, from that place, who's doing so well since few years. You need to have other option, or at least give something.
Do you have any sense of the issues?
Sorry?
Do you have any sense of the issues that people have against him?
No, not really. I think it's also, again, I'm not in the council, I'm not in the board, so I don't know everything. I don't know everything that's happening. I just know from a player side, from what I know. That's it's for me. I think it's not the right decision to make. But again, I'm not in the council, so I cannot talk because they know more things than I do.
Yeah.
Stan, if I have it right, I think Rafa and Nadal and others were with Kermode, and yet he was voted out. And similarly, in the politics of the Davis Cup, so many of the French players, for instance, were against the change in Davis Cup, yet the French Federation voted for the change. Do you think there are some problems in governance and politics of tennis?
I think Yeah, for sure. There's some problem in general in politics, in tennis, in governments, in the board, in everything. There's a lot of things happening that I don't think they're right. But in the same times, we have a council with players that are doing a lot of work, a lot of time for it, and that's they take the decision. So if you want to change that, you need to be in the council. I'm not in the council, so I cannot really talk too much about it because I'm not spending the hours and the times that they're doing. But I also know that there is some people in the board that shouldn't be in the board.
Could you just expand on that?
Can we talk about something else? I think I've been giving you enough already, so please don't put me too much. I'm okay to always talk about what I feel, what I think. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's only my opinion, and I don't care what's going to come out for it, because at the end of the day, it's just what I feel. But I'm not here to talk only about that. Sorry.
Anything else in English, please?
Like today's match, you faced the one-handed backhanders, what few of them now exist. When you face the opponent like that, you have to change something different from like a both-handed backhand?
No, not really. You adapt to the player you're playing. Doesn't matter if he has one-handed, two-handed. I think also Dan is a player who plays a lot of slice, more than almost any player on the tour. So you have to adapt your game for that. That's for sure.
Last English?
It seems like for years the one-handed backhand has been, the obituaries have been written, yet now it seems stronger than ever with the Tsitsipas, Shapovalov. What do you think of the future, and would you recommend kids learn it?
I think if you look in the past, there have always been few players at the top of the game with one-hand backhand, and that didn't really change in the past 10 years. I think in general that you will always have players with one-hand backhand. I think I love it to watch it. I think it's always nice. It looks most of the time really clean. You can make more shots from it. I think it's a tough decision if you're gonna give a kids one-hand, two-hand backhand.
You're for it or against it? For kids?
I think you need to see how the kids is playing. You need to try and see.
Thank you. Swiss press, please. Could raise your hand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
René?
C'était dur aujourd'hui avec les conditions dans le stade, premier match comme ça jouer au...
Oui, bien sûr, c'était des conditions très difficiles, mais je pense pour tout le monde aujourd'hui. Et hier aussi, on le voit, il y a beaucoup de vent. C'est pas évident à vraiment jouer du très beau tennis, du très bon tennis, surtout contre un joueur comme Dan, qui est un joueur talentueux, qui mixe beaucoup, qui sent très bien la balle, très bien le jeu. Pour moi, ça a été des conditions difficiles, mais dans l'ensemble, je suis content de m'en être sorti. Je suis content de m'être bien battu comme ça, d'avoir réussi à serrer le jeu, d'avoir été suffisamment fort mentalement pour gagner ce match.
Joué 2 fois l'année passée, je crois.
Oui, joué 2 fois, perdu 1 fois à Genève, gagné 1 fois à Toronto en s'envoyant des balles de match, en ayant un match très compliqué. C'est un très bon joueur, il joue vraiment bien, il a beaucoup progressé, il joue bien depuis le début de l'année. Après, je pense que ça va dépendre de beaucoup de mon niveau, de comment je me sens. Je pense que en général, je suis très content où je suis actuellement, physiquement, tennistiquement. Je pense que je peux gagner beaucoup de matchs, beaucoup de très bons matchs, mais il va falloir être présent.
Tu es revenu vraiment plus près de ton meilleur niveau?
Je sens que je suis revenu à un très très bon niveau, ça c'est clair, physiquement, tennistiquement. Maintenant, mon classement fait que il faut que je gagne les matchs, il faut que je remonte au classement, il faut que je gagne les matchs pour retrouver cette confiance. Après, oui, c'est clair que si je regarde juste purement mon niveau physique et tennis, je pense que je suis à un très très haut niveau.
Est-ce que tu penses, je voulais demander si tu es confronté beaucoup avec ton âge, comme si on parle de Roger, c'est toujours l'âge, il est vieux, comment... Je note qu'avec toi, c'est moins le cas. Tu as fait un comeback.
Je suis un peu moins vieux que lui pour l'instant.
Mais quand même, passer les 30 ans.
Oui, bien sûr, je fais partie des vieux du tour, ça c'est clair. Après, pour l'instant, pour moi, l'âge n'est pas quelque chose qui revient souvent parce que je dirais que pour l'instant, je suis revenu d'une grosse blessure. Pour moi, ce qui est important, c'est de voir où j'en suis physiquement, tennistiquement. Pour l'instant, ça se passe très bien. Pour l'instant, je dirais les raisons auxquelles j'ai perdu des matchs l'année passée ou même cette année n'ont pas été une question d'âge, ont été une question d'autre chose. Voilà, c'est clair que je fais partie des vieux du tour. Il me reste plus énormément d'années, mais je me sens suffisamment fort physiquement et tennistiquement pour savoir que j'ai encore vraiment des beaux tournois à jouer. Espérons en gagner quelques-uns. Voilà.
C'est devenu un peu normal qu'on a son meilleur niveau avec 35 ans.
Bon, pour l'instant, j'en ai 33, donc ça me va aussi. Mais non, je dirais c'est pas normal. Je dirais c'est clair que le tennis a été décalé grâce à certains joueurs, grâce à aussi la façon dont on s'entraîne, l'expérience, la façon dont on a une équipe autour. Mais voilà, on le voit, il y a des jeunes qui jouent déjà à un niveau très élevé, qui sont au top du tour, au top du classement. Et voilà, je pense qu'il y a un bon mix actuel qui fait que le tennis est intéressant.
Est-ce que tu penses qu'il y a un moment où on arrive à un stade où on dit bah, ça je peux plus faire, ou moins bien faire, ou moins longtemps faire? Est-ce que toi c'est quelque chose que tu as déjà décidé pour l'instant par rapport à l'âge, où tu te dis que dans l'absolu
Non.
tu peux encore être aujourd'hui à ton top physiquement?
Je dirais pour l'instant, j'ai pas eu de limite. Au contraire, je pense que physiquement, je peux faire plus de choses que je faisais avant la blessure, tout simplement. Voilà, maintenant, il faut voir combien de temps ça va durer. On est qu'au début de la saison. Il y a plein de paramètres qui rentrent en jeu, mais c'est clair que purement physiquement, je pense que pour l'instant, je peux faire plus de choses que plus jeune.
Alors, moins, c'est pas nécessairement plus.
Moins quoi?
Moins, tu auras plus, moins d'entraîner.
Non, parce que je pense qu'aussi avec toutes les années, avec tout ce qu'on a fait, on a besoin de moins s'entraîner pour arriver à plus, tout simplement. Ça, c'est clair. Il faut juste bien le faire. Mais voilà, pour l'instant, le but est de garder le bon équilibre. Il y a des jours où je fais de très grosses séances, où je m'entraîne énormément en quantité. Mais par contre, on a besoin de le faire moins que quand on était plus jeune, c'est clair.
Okay, thank you.
Merci.
Radios, please. Yeah.